Stop recording.
Okay, this is the audio assembly instructions for Earthrise ironworks to be put into his base formation, as per the previous disassembly video. If you take the two legs, left and right, and fold the hip and thigh sections back into the legs, orientate the, as you were looking at the figure, right leg 90 degrees to the left, so it is laying on the floor, and then 90 degrees to the right for the left leg, as you were looking at the figure, and then push them together, and you will see that the knees that are facing you have two small holes in, you will feel them. The feet are on the left and the right facing towards you. Push those bits together so they make one long flat unit with the clips facing to the back. You want to then rotate that 180 degrees on the surface you're using, so the clips are facing towards you and those holes in the knees are facing to the back. You then want to take, as it was facing you, the figure's right arm, which was pegged in to the body. If you look, the peg that you used to peg into the body should be facing to the left, and the peg under the hand should be pointing straight down. The hand should be facing towards you. You then take the peg at the shoulder, flick it so that's pointing straight up in the air. Take the lower arm and bring it up into the upper arm on that double joint, making it into a block with two pegs facing up in the air. Orientate that block 90 degrees to the left, so the pegs are facing out to the left. Now orientate it 90 degrees in a circular motion, so the pegs are now facing towards you. So you have the block with the airlock pegs facing out to the right, and it's flat to the floor with another flat piece on top. Take those two pegs and place one into each of those previously mentioned knee slots that you've got on the table. They will connect those legs together and make a solid base. You now want to take the ramp piece with the robot's pelvis attached to it, and with the pelvis facing to the left with the flat side of the ramp facing up, you want to connect it to the airlock pegs on that previously mentioned block. Just clip it in, and that will make the flat base that we're going to build on. If you take the other ramp, the one without the pelvis, just the standard ramp with the small single connector off to the right or left, depending on the orientation. If you orientate it so that peg system is on the side of the longer edge of the panel, is facing to the right, and attach it to the right hand side pegs or airlock connectors on the front of the base and clip it on, orientate it down, you've now got a ramp leading up to the base. Now for the difficult bit. Take the body unit with the head, rotate the head 180 degrees and push it back into the body. It may take a little bit of force, it will clip and then slide in. Once you have this done, rotate the body 180 degrees so it is upside down, the head is facing the floor. If it was extended, it would be facing the floor. Rotate it 90 degrees back so the what is the scoop piece that can come up is sitting on top like a little building, and there are two pegs, one either side of the head facing straight down. There is also a third peg on the back facing down, however it is slightly indented just for reference. And there should be a hole on the left and right hand sides that were the shoulder connections. Right, you want to take the right handmost peg under the unit at the front, and there will be a small hole that you'll find on that the right hand arm block piece. There's a small hole. You want to peg that right hand peg into that hole, and that will put that block on the back there. You then want to take the scoop, lift it up, bend it back, and the connection that it's on, it's got the scoop piece, an arm piece, and then a third piece connecting it to the body. You just want to shift that arm piece slightly down and flick the scoop, bend the scoop right as far back as it will go, and manoeuvre it down on that arm piece. Then you want to bring it back into the body to square it all up. So that little box should be sitting on a diagonal on the edge, and the scoop should be folded up on the back there. You'll know it when you feel it. It's it fits kind of snugly in that corner. Right, you now want to take the left hand arm as you were looking at the figure. You want to straighten it out if you hadn't already, and you'll feel there's a hook, the hook hand piece, and at the elbow you will feel a slight nobule on the back of the arm. It's like a circular bit that isn't present on the front. You want to rotate it so that that is pointing out to the left. To the right, sorry, to the right. Once it's out to the right, rotate the hook so the hook is pointing off to the left. And take what was the shoulder peg and push it into the arm a little, and it should sit flush with that little round piece that I mentioned earlier. The panel with the hole in on the shoulder should be pointing out to the left. Take that, and if you feel the body piece that we just put on, there is now a little peg bent back to the back of the piece. If you fold that up, you can then place the shoulder piece on top of that, and it gives you the crane out to the side. That gives you your completed thing. You also have the two little guns. These can be placed in any of the 5mm holes. There is one in the bottom of each foot. There is one in the middle of the ramp at the back, the one with the pelvis attached. There are also two holes, one either side of the body piece that were where the shoulders pegged in. You can use any of these holes. It is merely personal preference. I'm, for the demonstration purpose, going to use the foot holes on this to store both halves of the gun, one on the left and one on the right hand side foot hole. And that is your base mode complete. So thanks for watching.
Stop recording, Mac. Stop recording.